deadline for the Senate, President Trump urging Republicans to seal the deal on health care reform. Let's bring in Washington Times opinion editor Charlie Hurt. So it does seem like the president brought everyone in, and I don't know what happened at that lunch. Maybe there was a beating of some sort. They all came out with a totally different attitude. It was much more of a can-do attitude. What's going to happen here, Charlie?
I don't know. I think at this point, Melissa, truly anything could happen. I've never seen so much disarray in Washington in a very, very long time. But you're right. When they came out of that meeting yesterday, Donald Trump was at his best. He was in full campaign mode. He was going after Democrats. He was going after Republicans, and he was doing it in that sort of fun, avuncular way, ribbing people. And it's when he is at his most effective. Yeah. And quite frankly, I wish he had done this much earlier than now. Well, he's got like the senator next to him, that went off the reservation last time, and he's doing everything but holding onto his arm. Kind of like this guy right here. This guy, he's going to go with me this time, or there you go. Or he's not going to be a senator anymore. Ha ha ha. And they're laughing, but he means it. And I just hope that he can herd all those cats over the finish line, because they do. He is really exposing them as sort of a do-nothing group. Oh, absolutely. And this is and if you look back to the very beginning of this campaign, his greatest weapon is his honesty. He's willing to say anything. He doesn't talk like a politician. He doesn't curb what he's saying based on what audience he's in. He just lets it fly. And so you're right. You have Dean Heller over there laughing, even as Donald Trump is like basically threatening to whack him off at the knees and end his political career. The guy can't help but laugh about it. But I know that in the back of his head, he's thinking, okay, maybe there's a way we can sort of avoid conflict here. Yeah, I mean, that is the real question is does it work in terms of, I guess they're all afraid of their own shadow. They're afraid of rocking the boat. They're afraid of not getting reelected. Yep. You can say a lot about the president. He's not afraid of anything. He's not afraid of rocking the boat. He's not afraid of people's reaction to things, and that sort of, in my mind, is one of the biggest difference between them. So can he sort of inspire them to set their fear aside and actually get something done? Maybe you would do that by saying, if you guys go home to your districts without doing what you said you were going to do, I would post guards out in your front lawn, because people are going to stop by and be really furious. Well, what you love about him is that he's not afraid of anything, but also the worst thing about him is that he's not afraid of anything, which is why he turns around and gives the New York Times that completely unnecessary interview that took over the entire media cycle, completely big-footed this great victory he had on in the White House with Republicans. The guy is absolutely fearless. He thinks he can sort of win anyone over, and he needs to learn, you're not going to win over the New York Times. They hate you. They are never going to give you a good story. But the other thing, Charlie, before we go, they said that it had a chilling effect in the White House for other people who were going to cross him, and I wonder, as he runs the bus back and forth over sessions, is that, and then kind of picks him up off the ground and throws him under it again, is that sort of a warning to everyone else, even on health care, as to what's to come? I must say that he has always been kind of crazy like a fox. Yeah. And whenever you think that this makes no sense, why would he be doing this? Right. Then something happens and you're like, wait a minute, maybe he meant that. There you go. Charlie Hurt, I love you. You're the best. Thanks for coming on. Come back soon. Thanks, Melissa.